This doesn't. I'd like to welcome to the show part of the Metal Shop 101 alumni, Andrew DeCogna of Ironflame. What's going on, man?
Not too much, Dog Rock. How have you been, my friend?
I've been good, man. Last time you guys were here was Kingdom Torn Asunder. That was 2 years ago already.
Yeah, time flies, my friend. I can't believe it. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was that album or the album before, but yeah, it's good to be back. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, man. You guys are welcome here. Let's talk about this new album, Worlds to Conquer, man. It is absolutely awesome.
Thanks, man.
I mean, you guys just released 2 singles off of it. What was it? Legion of Fire and Destiny's Fall.
Dynasty's Fall.
Or Dynasty's Fall, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. Yeah, the first single, Legion of Fire, we did a lyric video for. Well, our label did a lyric video for us and did a really good job. I love the way it looks. And yeah, we let that simmer and float out in the world for about a month. And then last week we put out a video for Dynasty's Fall, and that's an actual like music video done by our good friend Tim Odell. He's a local videographer here. He always does a great job. We worked with him for the Shadow of the Reaper video for the last album, so really pleased with that one. So we decided to work with him again, and yeah, we're getting a lot of great feedback, man. I'm really excited to unleash this upon the world.
And it comes out August 14th on High Roller.
That is correct.
And what went into the writing of this song? Because, I mean, you got some killer tunes on here. I mean, besides Legions of Fire and Dynasty's Fall, I mean, you have Where Cauldrons Burn, Crimson Shores, Worlds to Conquer. What kind of killer tunes on it?
It's different, I'd say. It's definitely different than Kingdom was. Kingdom was what I would consider like a textbook Ironflame album. It's got all the things that you would expect from an Ironflame album if you're a fan. All the, uplifting, triumphant themes, fantasy-based lyrics, a lot of guitar harmonies and things like that. And it's not like this one is a complete departure from that, but it is different in the lighting is different, I guess you could say. Sonically speaking, it's darker. It's a little meaner, a little angrier. And I think it's pretty evident from the first note that you're in for something a little different for us. It was just, honestly, I was just following my heart and going with my emotions at the time. This one took significantly longer to write compared to other albums. Like some Ironflame albums, came together in a matter of weeks. This one took a little over 2 years. So, it wasn't like intentional, like I'm going to, take all this time on this record. And it wasn't necessarily out of frustration or anything. It just like, you can't force inspiration or creativity. And the minute that you try and do that, it's going to go south, and you're going to fall short, or you're going to fail completely. I learned that pretty early on when it comes to writing music. So, the songs were written in 2023, like musically. And I just didn't immediately have lyrical concepts in hand or in mind when the songs got finished. So I said, well, I guess they'll come to me when they come to me. And that ended up being, around 9 months later was when the juices started flowing lyrically. So it was, 2024, basically, by the time that happened. And so then, I was already taking my time with everything else. So I took my time with the mixing as well. I spent about 6 months mixing that record, which is very not typical for me. Normally I will spend, maybe a month tops mixing a record and then putting it out in the world. So it definitely different writing process this time around.
Right. Well, the whole album is tight. I mean, the whole production on it and everything, lyrics, it's a must-have.
Thank you, man.
Album.
I think standards, the longer you continue to write music under, a name, your standards get higher and higher and higher because you have this back catalog to measure yourself by, and
Right.
you feel like the fans are doing the same thing, because they probably are. I mean, I think of I think of myself as a metal fan first, and what I would want from a band that I love. So
Right.
I kind of take that ethos with Ironflame. And so, yeah, your standards get higher, your expectations get higher, and you don't want to repeat yourself more than anything else.
Right.
And, with every album, that becomes more and more of a, I guess, risk is the good word to say. So, you kind of force yourself out of the box, and make yourself get more creative with every album. And I really did. I'm glad that you said the word tight, because I can look back at the first couple of albums, and as cool as they are, and I know people love them, and this is like something that fans may not pay as much attention to, but me being an engineer, I listen and I think, wow, well, those records could be tighter because they weren't growing together so quickly.
Right.
I didn't really obsess over tightness, and this time around I really, really did. And I think it comes hand in hand with the songs, the riffs, the structures being a little bit more technical. It's when they're not tight, it's more glaringly obvious, I guess.
Right.
So, you obsess, or at least I obsess, much more over that part of the process, and found myself really putting every little thing under the microscope. So nothing sounded loose or sloppy, for lack of a better way to say it.
Right.
I'm really obsessed over that this time around.
Well, the whole band that you have together for Ironflame, I mean, you've got Quinn in there on guitar, which he's just legendary. He's legendary.
Yeah. I'm blessed to be surrounded by brilliant musicians that are better musicians than I am at the respective instruments that they play. I just, every single time we get together, not even just for shows, but rehearsals, I just am overwhelmed every single time with gratitude that there are people this talented that like the music that I write enough that they want to get up on stage and play it with me.
Right.
They're just all just juggernauts of talent, each and every one of them in their own respect, and they all have their own identity and style, skill set as musicians. And to boot, normally that comes with like big egos, shitty attitude, and there's none of that in Ironflame. Like, we are all just a bunch of dudes. We're just a bunch of metal fans. So we I don't know, they're a joy to be around. I tell them that all the time, and we just love spending time together, whether we're making music or not. We're just we just enjoy each other's company, and it's very, very unique situation.
Well, I've known you guys for a long time, and I mean, you guys have always been professional, even with your other bands that you're in quite a few other ones, Brimstone Covenant and so on and so forth. But to see Ironflame, you guys have always been tight. It's always been very professional. It's not like, hey, okay, we're playing Friday night, and we're playing Saturday night. You know what I mean? But you guys all keep it professional, and I think that's what makes Ironflame a direct hit. I mean, it's just, I think you guys are awesome, man. And
we have a pretty decent work ethic. I mean, we're not one of those bands that like rehearses multiple times a week. I mean, we like to try and get together once a week, but at the same time, I know that there are bands like you were alluding to that's like, we got a show next month. Maybe we should get together once, or maybe we won't. And,
right.
Yeah, I just, some bands can survive that way, and that's cool, and I admire that. That's pretty commendable. But with Ironflame, I don't think that we can do that, and we wouldn't want to do that. Like I said, we just like hanging out with each other, man. So it's a reason to hang out with each other when we rehearse.
So is there going to be a tour with this new album? Maybe?
No. Well, not a quote unquote tour by, definition or standard. No, there's no trip to Europe this year. We like to go every year to Europe if we can, but it just wasn't in the cards this year. We kind of have to rely on being invited to at least like one sizable music festival over there.
Right.
And then kind of hinge everything off of that and, set up a little string of tour dates around it. And that makes it financially practical to do. Like I said, that just wasn't in the cards this year. And that's not the only time it's happened. It is what it is. But thankfully, my friend Brandon Corsair, who's in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle area specifically, he started promoting a festival that's the second annual festival that he's done called Soldiers of Steel. He started promoting it a few months ago, and I saw the flyer, and it was a stacked bill. Sanctuary's headlining the Saturday night, and I saw it, and I was like, man, this bill looks awesome, but it also looks fully booked. But I do this all the time when I see these things. If I know the person who's putting it on or know someone who knows someone, I reach out to them and say, hey, I see that this festival is booked and that's awesome, but I'm just letting you know my band is available if somebody happens to cancel. And I did that with Brandon, and lo and behold, he hit me up and said, hey, yeah, somebody can't make it. So if you guys want to come out, we got a spot for you. And it just happened to be next weekend, which is the weekend that the new album is dropping. So it's a really good opportunity to promote and hopefully sell a couple of copies of the new record. So we're really looking forward to that. And we've never been to that part of the country yet either. It's gonna
that's cool. Something a little different.
Yeah, a little X off the old bucket list there. So
all right, Andrew, you want to add anything else in here?
I mean, not too much. If you're listening locally, we do have a local album release party on August 29th. That's a Saturday. It's the last Saturday in August, and it's in Wheeling at a place called the Rose Garden. It's a pretty centrally located, like right in the middle of Wheeling, easy to get to. It's going to be an all-age show. We've got flyer information up on our socials about it if you want to look into it further. It's actually going to be a showcase of all three bands that I'm currently in live. It's going to be Ironflame with Icarus Witch and with Brimstone Coven. So that's August. That's August 29th. The old trifecta, if you will.
That's going to be a long night. How do you keep your vocals going all night?
I'll be fine. I'll be cool, man.
Where can people get this album when it drops?
So if you're listening outside of U.S., basically, or Canada, I would say go to High Roller Records website. That's hrrrecords.de. Go to their online store, and you can order like right now. We will have it available the day that it drops, which is the 14th. And that's going to be on our Bandcamp page, and that's ironflame.bandcamp.com.
Okay. Andrew, you want to drop a new one on them?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Pick one. We'll drop a new one on them.
Oh, man. Let's go Shadow Slave.
Shadow Slave. All right. Yeah. We'll get it out there for you.
Please do.
All right, Andrew. Hey, man. Thanks for taking the time out, coming on the show once again. Metal Shop 101 alumni, Ironflame, Icarus Witch, Brimstone Coven. You guys are all there. So, many thanks for coming on the show, man. And we'll get this new song out to them right now. Shadow Slave, right here on the Metal Shop 101.